Tribal activist Litsong Rongpar addressed reporters in Guwahati on Tuesday over the recent Assamese Bihari tensions in Guwahati, alleging that indigenous communities in Assam are increasingly facing marginalization and that public discourse has shifted attention away from their concerns. Speaking on slogans reportedly raised during the recent developments in Guwahati's Arya Nagar, Rongpar claimed that a political narrative around religious identity has overshadowed issues affecting indigenous and tribal communities in the state. He argued that communities identified as indigenous or Bhumiputra of Assam, including Ahom, Moran, Motok, Karbi, Boro and Dimasa groups, are facing challenges related to rights, identity, representation and social standing. Rongpar questioned narratives focusing on Hindu Khatme and alleged that such political messaging has diverted attention from concerns raised by indigenous communities. He urged people across Assam to recognize what he described as the growing anxieties among indigenous groups and to engage with their concerns.
Actually, Assamia go back or Assamia go back, this slogan has been started when in Karbi Anglong there has been a slogan that we heard that Karbi Chini go back. Since then it started like Assamia go back. So in that sense, we just want to say that there has been a small political narrative that why we have been puzzled and why we have been confused about that who are in danger in Assam. No, actually, there has been small political narrative that Hindu Khatre mein, Hindu Khatre mein, but actually, in the state of Assam, Hindus are not Khatre. Who are in danger, who are in Khatre mein in Assam is the indigenous, the origin, the Bhumiputras of Assam, like Ahom, Moran, Motok, Karbi, Boro, Dimasa. They are all in Khatre mein. They are losing their credibility. They are losing their rights. They are losing their respects and all. So, what we have been confused in terms of that Khatre mein is like for that only why we have since we have been emphasizing regarding the Hindu Khatre mein and the political narrative and the political slogan that Hindu Khatre mein, for that only now we needed to face, we come to this extent that we needed to face kind of the suppression, the disrespect of the Assamese community or Assamese society or the state of Assam, all the challenges are Assamese. For that only we heard it So in that sense, we just want to say that to all indigenous community and the people of Assam to understand that actually then Hindus are not Khatre mein hai, the indigenous, the origin, the root of the people of Assam like Moran, Motok, the Assamese community, the Karbis, all are in Khatre mein. And regarding this, we should be very much aware about that this political narrative should be understood, and then we have to stand and we have to voice regarding the political narrative that is made by the BJPs. Yes. And then the DCP said that no one and they haven't got any proof of saying that Assamese Assamia go back. But actually there are people who visit there and there are a media person who heard that Assamese go back. And there are a few people who heard that Assamese go back. And it's very common that it's very common in the state of Assam that someone saying Assamese go back. Since we have heard that in the district of Karbi that Karbi change go back. It's very common in that now because of that political narrative that Hindu Khatre mein, for that only like from the other parts of the Assam, from the other states of Assam, so like who came to came and established their businesses in the state of Assam, like they are in the name of the Hindu, like it's a very what to say that small thing that they used to take and suppress the Assamese community. So for that only like what the DCP of Assam or the police force that they haven't been recognized the culprit or who said a kind of statement is like it's a failure of the police force, and at the same time the government, the government and the current government, they are responsible and they are not emphasizing the issues and the statement made by the that so-called culprits. For that only like the police force are not recognizing, they are not emphasizing on the issues. Yes, yeah, it's totally a political narrative, and the main thing is that they don't want to emphasize, they don't want to understand the sentiment of the Assamese people. The current government, they only know the Hinduism, They only know the Hindutva, they only know the Sanatan, that's it only. For that only, no matter what happened in the state of Assam, they will only emphasize on the Hindu Khatre Mein and the Hindutva. Other than that, they are not concerned about what Assamese people is facing, what their, what their sentiment, what the tribal communities, what the indigenous, what the origin, their sentiment. Then they are not trying to understand, and they won't emphasize, and they haven't been emphasized about that. That's it. Yeah, till today, what we have seen is that obviously, like the MLAs, the local MLAs, they are just trying to cover up the the slogan made by that party. So obviously, like there's MLAs just trying to cover up, and he just want to keep him safe side. Yeah, that's it. As we have been contacting several organizations and a group of the indigenous community, so we are planning that if the law and order or police force, they are not taking any action regarding this Akhomia go back slogan and all this and to the culprits, then definitely, and at the same time, if in such situation, if any slogan that we could heard again, then definitely that time will be not only Karbi community but the entire the indigenous community will be stand up and then voice against the this culprit and this system and this voice that has been heard by the indigenous community of Assam.